Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Notes 3.4 are on page 6, and they are on measures of central tendency, and we'll be looking specifically at mean, median, and mode. So we have a scenario here where it says that two car salesmen are competing for a mid-year bonus. The owner of the dealership wants to assess the better competitor. Who is the better candidate? And then we're going to explain who the better candidate is, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I just want to see what their average of the monthly sales is going to be. So for Matt, to find his average, I need to, just like you guys have always done to find averages, I need to add up all of his numbers and divide by however many months there are. So for average, another word for average is just mean, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the symbol for it is going to be X bar. So this right here, when you see X bar, that means average, okay? So X bar is going to equal. So for Matt to figure this out, I'm going to add all of his months together. And I'm going to divide it by 6. So when I add all of these numbers together, 16 plus 28 plus 32 plus 28 again, plus 26 plus 31, I end up getting 161. So right here, my numerator up here should end up being 161 over my denominator, which is 6. And when I divide 161 by 6, I end up getting 26.8. So his average is approximately 26.8. Okay, so that means on average his monthly sales is 26.8. Now let's talk about Jordan, and we'll find his average. So for Jordan, same thing, I'm going to find the average by adding up all of his months and then dividing by 6. So 34 plus 30 plus 26 plus 26 plus 27 plus 26, and that's all going to get divided by 6. So let's go ahead and add those guys together. So I end up getting 34 plus 30 plus 26 plus another 26 plus 27 plus another 26. So here I end up getting 169. So when I take that number and divide it by 6, I end up getting about 28.2. So this will round to 28.2 right here. Okay, so based on this, it appears that that Jordan sells more cars. Okay, sorry about that. So right here, we're going to say right here, it seems like Jordan sells more cars. Because on average, Matt sells 26.8 cars and Jordan sells 28.2 cars. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check the middle values right here. So in order for me to be able to check the middle values, so let's write this right here, check middle values, and I want to do this in a new color. We need to put their amounts in order. So for Matt, right here, the smallest number that we have here is 16. Okay, then after 16, the next number that we have is 26. And then the next number is 28. And then we have another 28. And then we have a 31. And then we have a 32. Okay, so now to find the middle value, I'm just going to cross off each number until I get to the middle. So I'm going to cross off the first number with the last number, the second number with the fifth number. So it seems like right here, this would be my middle value right here. Okay, now let's do the same thing for Jordan. So I want to put Jordan's values in order from smallest to largest. So his first number that he has is 26. Then the next number is another 26. Then he has another 26. Then he has a 27, a 30, and he has a 34. Okay, so looking at this right here, for Jordan's middle values, cross these guys off, It looks like our middle value is halfway between 26 and 27, so it's 26.5. So by looking at it like this right here, it seems like Matt sells more cars because 28 right here is larger than 26.5. So now it seems like Matt sells more cars. Okay? So the last thing I want to do is I just want to check the consistency right here. So I'm going to draw a line right here, and now we're going to check consistency. And by doing that, we're just going to look for something that has similar frequencies right here. So for Matt, we know that 26 happened twice right here for him. Okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to say 26. I meant to say 28. So we know for Matt, 28 happened twice. And then for Jordan, we know that Jordan got 26 3 times. So he sold 26 cars in a month 3 times. So by looking at it like this, it seems like Jordan sold more cars. So the question now is who should get the bonus? We have a lot of data here, but our data is saying a bunch of different things. So the question is, who should get this bonus right here? That's really important to think about. So after you're done watching this video, we're going to discuss this as a class. Who do you think should get the bonus based on all of this data that we have right here? Okay, all right, so now we're going to talk about measures of central tendency. So there's a mean, there's a median, and a mode. So there are 3 ways to find the common trend. That's what central tendency means for a set of data. Okay, so the first way that we can find information about common trends is by finding the mean. And the mean, another word for the mean, is just simply the average. And the symbol we'll use for it is X bar, okay? And all it is it's the sum of the values in a list divided by the number of values in the list. Okay, so looking at example 1, it says Jamie is buying a home that will require a mortgage. Okay, the bank wants to know her monthly salary. She works on commission, so she must calculate her average salary. Given her income for the first 6 months of the year, what is her average salary? So to find her average salary, or X bar, you need to just add up all of these numbers and divide it by however many there are. In this example, there are 6 total months. Okay, so let's go ahead and add them up. In January, she got $3,675. February was $4,250 plus 3,225 plus 2,985 plus 3,650 plus 4,600, and that all needs to be divided by 6. So I need to go through and actually add these numbers together. So go ahead and do that and see what you end up getting. So you end up getting 22,385. So right here I'm going to say this is 22,385 all divided by 6, and when I divide that by 6, I end up getting $3,730.83. So we can say, therefore, she will tell the bank that her average salary is $3,780.83 per month. Okay? All right, so that's the mean. The next measure of central tendency is the median. And the median is really important as well. It's the middle value when data is ordered from least to greatest. So again, it's the middle value when data is ordered from least to greatest. Okay, so example 2, find the median mark for each of the students' grades. So what we want to do right here is first we need to list the numbers in ascending order, and ascending order means going from smallest to largest. Okay, so I'm going to put the numbers in order for A. So for A, the smallest number that we have here, sorry about that, the smallest number we have here is a 54. And I'd like to cross off the numbers just to make sure that I don't miss anything. The next number I have is a 62, followed by a 64, followed by 72, then 76, then 89, and then lastly we have 93. So to find my median, I want to find the middle number. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cross off the first number with the last number. That gets me closer to the middle number. The second number with the second to last number, and I'm just going to keep going. So that leaves me with 72 as my middle number. So my median is going to be 72. Okay? So now let's do the same thing with B right here. So same thing, I'm going to go from smallest to largest. So my smallest number that I have here is 56. Then the next number I have is 62. Then I have a 63. Then I have a 67. Then I have an 84. And lastly, I have a 98, okay? So when I do this right here, cross off first with last, second with second to last, now I'm left with two numbers in the middle. So to find the median here, I have to average the two middle numbers. Sometimes you'll have one middle number, like here. Sometimes you'll have two middle numbers. So to find the median, I'm just going to add 63 and 67 together, divide that by 2. So then when I add 63 plus 67 together, I get 130. So here I get 130 divided by 2, which is 65. So that means that 65 is going to be my median here. Okay, so that's the second measure of central tendency. The last measure of central tendency is the mode. And the mode is the value that occurs most often. And it doesn't have to be numerical. It doesn't have to be a number. Okay, and it's possible that you could have no modes. Or you could have, it's also possible to have more than one mode. Generally, we have just a mode, but sometimes we'll have no mode and sometimes we'll have more than one mode, okay? So in example 3, it says find the mode, and notice how it says mode with brackets around the S, because you could have more than one possibly for each list of numbers. So if I look at these numbers right here, I've got 5, 7, 9, 8, 6, 3, 4, 10. They're all completely different numbers, which means that there's no number that repeats most often. So this means that there's no mode. And the reason why is because each number is unique. Okay, and then in B we have 25 right here, 25, 30, 32, 30, 25, 29, 20. So it looks like we've got two 25s, and it also looks like we have two 30s. So we have two numbers that occur just as often as the other. So here we're going to say that our mode are two modes. So we've got two modes. They're 25 and they're 30. Both of those are our modes. Okay, and then in choice, or in part C, question C, it says 63, 57, 66, 83, 79, 72, 79, 69, 60, 63, 79, 85, and 80. So I see that there is a 79 here, a 79 here, and a 79 here. So the 79 is repeated 3 times, and it's the number that repeats the most number of times. So here we're going to say that there is one mode, and our one mode is equal to 79. Okay? The last example that we have here says that the modes of the following set of data are 7 and 9. What must be the value of y? So here we know our modes are 7 and 9. Okay, so if I look right here, it looks like I have one 7, and it looks like I have two 9s. So since 7 and 9 are both modes, they must occur an equal number of times. And since we know that 9 happens twice, then we can conclude that 7 has to happen twice. But this 7 only occurred once, which means that we need this y to also be a 7. So therefore, y must be 7 as well. Okay? And that's all we need to know for this lesson. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.